Well, it's the most anticipated podcast in America. It's back after a long hiatus. People do ask me when this is coming back. What's it called? Chasing Greens?
Chasing Greens.
Chasing Greens.
That's a great name.
Back. Kirk of The Case and Riggs of Foreplay are.
I said hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Are reunited for the first time since the Open, probably?
I think so. Yeah, we took a little bit of a hiatus there. Kind of.
We do that.
Quite the break to regroup, and I feel very good, Kirk. I would start by saying is this the 41st and 29th anniversary of Fred Couples' Masters victories?
His Masters win was 92. There's two players, yeah. So, 41, he won 84. He was young then, and the leaderboard, if you look at the leaderboard, it was Trevino, Watson, Ballesteros.
Wow.
Beat them.
Wow. He's really,
and then 96 is 96 is my favorite Freddie round ever. 64 final day, beat Montgomery, beat Tommy Tolles, and won his second players. So great players win multiple majors. Win multiple players. Players a major. I count as a major. Freddie has 5 majors. He has a Masters, 2 players, and 2 major championships as a senior. So that's 5 majors. So he's in a very exclusive club.
What a great player. Timeless swing. I'm a big Fred Couples guy, as you know. So I'm excited for this week. Beautiful.
You're there.
Here. Great conditions. Everybody, I've been watching a lot of live from. We are here. We've been here since Monday night. Mm-hmm. And, it's kind of got a lot of majors, as you and I know. There's only so many guys that can win, it feels like, if it's too long. Kisner has all the famous quotes about being, I can't win there, I can't win there. Feels like a lot of people can win here, which I like. We've seen all kinds of different players win here, so it makes it a little interesting when you're trying to pick the board. But I've got some confident picks. I shorted one player.
I like it.
So
I've done this week? I've hyper focused on like 4 or 5 players. I'm not. I have some guys in mind. I'll be curious if we have some of the same. But you are right. Freddie in his day obviously bombed it. Tiger won a couple of times. He's kind of a mixed record, but he won twice. But then a guy like Fred Funk can win. So
Webb
there
Simpson
are KJ Choi. Yeah.
So, it's a good mix, and I love this week. I'm glad that you said you consider it a major. I do too. The golf course is excellent. 17th hole is controversial. People like it. People hate it. It delivers all the excitement. I've got a bet pertaining to the 17th hole, so I'm excited.
Before you get that, let me ask you this question.
Sure.
Have you seen this 6th hole, the 6th tee box?
With the
Have
tree.
You seen it?
The tree.
Is it in play, or is it stupid, or is it gimmicky? It looks gimmicky on. So you have a tee. It looks like a tree, 50 yards. No, am I wrong?
It's closer. It's closer than that for sure. Okay. It's maybe 20 or 30 yards in front, and it cuts across. So here's kind of the MO that I'm getting so far. I have seen the tree in real life. It's not that anyone's going to hit it, but it absolutely affects their shot because where
they put it.
Yeah, and it's a little bit in your head. Like, it's a short hole. I think it's right around 400-yard par 4 for them, which is a short hole for them. So they're used to just being able to rip any club from a long iron 3-wood driver all the way up there. Now it's in your head enough that I think it's going to mess with guys' ball flight, which at least makes the shot harder. Again, I don't think anybody's going to hit the damn tree. If they did, that would be horrific. But I think it's in their head a little bit, which I like. I kind of like gimmicky golf. I thought that as well when I first saw it, of like, we're turning into a video game. It's like Golden Tee now if you have to hit. But I think it's just enough that nobody's going to hit it. They're going to have to think about it, and it's kind of cool. So I kind of like the tree.
All right, good. Okay. As always, you famously pick first. Our record last year in the majors was spotty. But I mean, look,
to be desired, I would say.
But look, I'll give you 2 guys, and you told this story. You told me sort of one of them. Number 1 is we introduced the world to Ludwig. Fact. Absolutely. Nobody knew who he was. And number 2, Eric Cole. I know he came up to you and thanked you for the pub we've given him. Yeah.
ATM machine, that guy. He knows he's a Chasing Greens icon.
He's the face of Chasing Greens. He's Eric Cole. It's true.
We got him when he was hot. Now, everybody's kind of on him. It's a little bit tired, but at this point, we're trying to find new ones. And I'm going to lead with somebody who it was the first name that I went to on the DraftKings Sportsbook when I started doing my extensive research for Chasing Greens. I knew the anticipation for the return of the show, so I wanted to be locked in. And the first guy I went to, I saw some things that I loved. This man, in his last 5 starts, has gone 4th, 6th, 13th, 2nd.
Is that Michael Kim?
He's plus 210 to finish top 20, Kirk Minahan.
That's one of my picks.
Come on, baby.
Chasing Greens, we're back. We're back. Michael Kim plus 210 for top 20?
Plus for a top 20. For a top 20.
I mean, that's a great. That's the form is good. Do I like that he's like kind of needy on Twitter and kind of ask for questions? No, I don't like that. But
remove yourself from that, Kirk. Remove yourself from that. I know that's not up your lane, but
I struggle with stuff like that, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I like that. So you're going Michael Kim. Were you thinking of going even higher or no? That's as high as you're going.
Definitely considered it. If it was like plus 150 to be top 20, I would have gone all the way up to top 10. But 2-1 on your money for a top 20 position, I feel like it's still good. And this type of golf course, it's not like you need to be a bomber. He can kind of methodically move his way around, post some solid rounds. He could shoot 70, 69 a couple times and get himself in the top 20. So I just love him this week.
How serious is the? Because I'm hearing conflicting things about the wind. Do we know how the wind's going to be this week?
It's always a little windy this time of year in Florida, but these last couple of days it really hasn't been that severe, and they're calling for it to be pretty similar throughout the weekend. So I don't think it's going to be a huge factor, but here it's always a little bit. It's one of those like 5 to 10 mile an hour consistently kind of things, but it's nothing like Monday. Monday was outrageous, and if you remember, maybe my favorite round of golf ever to watch was 3 or 4 years ago when they came out.
Thomas.
And it was so windy that JT was hitting 5 wood from like 180, and then he hit pitching wedge from 180 in the same round.
Great day.
That was great. That was beautiful.
Like hailing, wasn't it? It was like a wild day.
I think so, yeah.
I'll give you a top 10 to start. Plus 330. Top 10, including ties at DraftKings. Sepp Straka. Who, here we go. Yep, this is, folks, we didn't even talk behind the scenes. This is the chemistry that you get from chasing. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
I couldn't be more on that.
You're with me.
On the way to my Chasing Greens preparation, which is extensive.
Would you go? I know you're not a diva, but you do demand a special, like you have your own Chasing Greens home when you're at the Players for the week.
That's right. I mean, they got to carve this whole thing out right here.
Right.
It's a whole process.
Pete Dye, actually, his family built it. Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Yeah. What is the Alice Dye? What was the wife's name? Is that her
That's
name?
right. There you go. You're sharp. Yeah. You're sharp today, Riggs. You're sharp.
Pete and Alice, I know they got me dialed into here. So I love that. I just saw his caddy Dewey, who used to caddy for Kiz. And Sepp, could never seen anybody more relaxed. Kirk, he was just feeling really good. He's laughing.
I like that.
So, I'm in on that. I'm a big Sepp Straka guy. Good team he's got around him.
So I'll go again. Let me ask you this, because for some reason right now I can't access the top 20s, which I had before. Do you have top 20 access right now?
I got top 20 access. What are you looking for?
Aaron Rye.
Ooh, Aaron Rye was he was a name I was kind of looking at. Let me see what he's at on the top 20 feature.
I don't have that right now. It's on me, I think. This is a studio. It's where we do the studio here. It looks beautiful.
No, I don't think it's on you. Hold on. I'm struggling to get it too. I just got logged out. I will say this Wi-Fi has been a little bit hit or miss at this moment, but okay, I'm in it right now. The Aaron Rye.
Just let me know if you get it. AARON.
Plus 200 to finish top 20, Kirk.
Yep, I'm doing that.
Okay.
Playing well. Like him.
Aaron Rye. Does he wear a lot of gloves?
Yeah, I don't love that. I don't like gimmicks. I'm a no glove guy, obviously, from Freddie. I've never worn a glove. But Aaron Rye, who's playing really well right now. I'm a form guy, as you know. Kim, Straka, Rye. So go ahead.
All right, you're your form guy, so I'm going to hit you with another form pick here.
I have all the picks now. I'm good. Go ahead.
This man here is very much in the spotlight this year. His finishes so far this year, he's coming off a 5th place finish. Then, he was 34th, 65th, but before that, 15th, 6th, 15th. Keegan Bradley to finish
another one of my guys. I have it written down.
Plus 120. He's on your list too.
He's on my list.
Man, this is our year. This is our year, Kirk.
Yep. I like it. Okay, so that's the top 20?
Top 30s plus 120.
All right, I'll give you a top 30 then. If you're doing top 30, you want one back?
I do want one back. Hit me.
Decent history at this event. Almost won. Contended till the very end 3 or 4 years ago. Played well last week and this is kind of rounding slowly in the form. Plus 190. That's Doug Gim. Plus 190 at the to top 30. He's playing pretty well. He has a good record at the Players. So it was 22, I think.
He was in that. He was in the. I think he was in the group with Justin Thomas that final round when JT went out there and won it.
Yep.
Big Doug Gim guy. I looked at him earlier. I didn't necessarily pick him, but the fact that you are, I'm going to jump on that as well. I really like Doug Gim. He finished runner-up in the U.S. Amateur, so he could kind of, big stage. He could play pretty well. So yeah, I like Doug Gim. I like that he's rounded into shape. I hadn't really looked at his recent finishes that deeply, so I'll join you on the Doug Gim train. I'm a big Doug Gim fan.
And I'll go plus 110, top 40, former champion Adam Scott, who's kind of not in perfect form right now, but he's won there a million years ago. And there's, for a top 40 plus money for Adam Scott, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on there with our friends at DraftKings.
Any part of you surprised that Adam Scott is in this White House crew that's going to visit the president and such?
Well, he was with Tiger at right? Wasn't he with Tiger a few weeks ago?
Yeah, he's like in these meetings. They're announcing the names. It's like Jay Monahan, Yasser Al-Rumayyan,
classic
Tiger Woods, Adam Scott. Like,
classic Trump guy. Scott's good looking.
Yeah, true.
Like Trump loves a good looking. Like he's what Trump wants to look like and swing like.
Puts a lot of value in what you look like.
30 years ago, Freddie would have been rolling right in there. This is a good.
Fred would be he'd be the only playing commissioner in the history of the tour, I think.
You got Fred yapping away about Koepka. Fred, relax. Jesus Christ, take it easy.
Yeah, you can't have loved that. I know you didn't love that.
That's okay. That's all right. So go ahead. You're up.
All right. The only player that I'm shorting this week is. I guess you could argue I'm shorting two players, but the other one's a little trickier. I'm going to go Victor Hovland to miss the cut.
I like that. He stinks. But
I know he kind of stinks. He said he stinks. He actually said, in my opinion, suck at golf right now. He said that a few weeks ago. We are big Scandinavian golf fans on this show, from Ludd to Hovland. We've been on him for years.
True.
But I just don't like him right now. He's missed the cut in 3 out of his 5 starts in 2025. He's plus 130 to miss the cut this week, so I'm shorting Victor Hovland this week.
We got a couple of guys who are in. We were texting about this the other day. I love when guys are in the wilderness, and there are 3 guys in the wilderness right now. Victor Fitzpatrick, who is awful right now, and obviously Max, who is just. You would know maybe better than me. I don't know what's going on, but he is gone right now. And it's scary because these guys sometimes it's gonna be 5 years.
Struggling right now, Max. I think too he's very in tune with what everybody's saying about him, so I think it bothers him and affects him. You'd rather be a DJ type brain.
Yep.
If you're
that's what we were texting,
like
right? Yeah.
I know. And I completely agreed with you there, Kirk, which is not surprising. You're right about a lot of stuff. Kirk is right, but Kirk was right. But yeah, I think I feel for Max, and I'm with you. It would be if he was a little bit like shallower in terms of brain power and thinking through stuff. I'd be like, he'll bounce right out of this. I just think he can get really deep in his own thoughts. So root for Max, but definitely not betting on him right now. I'll tell you that much.
A year ago, I think he finished 3rd in the Masters. A year ago, he was 9th in the world. I think he's in the 70s right now. It's not good.
He said he's like, I haven't played well since the Masters last year. Not at all.
My favorite. Before we do the next one, I think my favorite one. I think I sent you Chip Beck, who played in 3 straight Ryder Cup teams. I think he missed 46 cuts in a row. That's just unbelievable.
I had to look that number up when you said that. I could not believe that. That's just resiliency right there. Everybody can keep a little hope when they hear that. I think you're up.
Confirm this. I want to say that I have it right now at plus 700. It's a double play. Colin Morikawa or Ludwig Elbert to win the Players' Championship.
Wow. I love that.
Morikawa never wins, but as you know, but a brutal beat last week.
Just crushed me last week. I thought it was over. I wasn't really watching. I was playing a little bit of golf, checking the app. We were going to be able to watch the last 3 or 4 holes, or so I thought. TV didn't really help us out with that.
Scene anyway, right? Yeah.
And I was like, he was 11 under. The next closest with 8 under. I didn't really think much about it, and then I tune in, check the leaderboard. He's up by 1. I'm like, okay, we're safe. And then they cut to commercial. I look up for my plate of nachos, and it's over. He's down a stroke, and he can't recover. So that was fucking heartbreaking. But I really do like that. I like that.
Good. Let me ask you something. He's a major influencer in the world of golf. Why am I still in 2025 watching the last 2 seconds of a chip in for an eagle on the fucking 16th hole of the Arnold Palmer, like a major? Why? There is no sporting equivalent. First of all, Like, I know I don't like it when they say, while you were away or whatever.
Right.
You can't do that. You can't. You have to show that recorded. You can't. There was 5 feet left before that went in. That's nuts.
It's a very easy solution. You just kind of lied to us a little bit, right? You just
Yeah, we've already. Yes.
If it's 30 seconds off, nobody gives a fuck. You just put it out, and you get the full clip. You can prepare it properly. They're so, as you know from our boy, what was our guy's name that was in our ear there the whole time?
Billy Packer's kid.
Billy Packer's kid.
No, not Todd Packer. Who's Todd Packer? Todd Packer's from The Office, right?
Tom
Brant,
Packer.
yeah.
He's the traveling salesman, right? Tom Packer.
Yes, yeah.
But
I wish Jake Marsh had listened to him once in a while. He just didn't. He was a rebel. He was on his own. He was a free bird.
He got me one time. I fell into his trap. He forced me to do.
He did.
And it's
you rolled over.
Regrets of my whole career. I just had my belly. It was horrible. But yeah, as you know from there, they take the integrity of the timing of the broadcast unbelievably seriously when they should just put it out 30 seconds later and get it right. That was so shocking. And I knew at that moment, I was like, oh, they're ruining the broadcast and the other guys chipping in against me. It's over. And of course it was over.
What was a buyout that day? If you had taken it,
it was around, it was like $450 or something I put to win to get $3,000 back. And the buyout got to almost $2,000.
You roll the dice. I like it. But Morikawa doesn't close. He doesn't fucking close.
Clearly not. The guy's also got 2 majors, so it's like I'm thinking it's kind of a major championship caliber course. He has closed before. I was wrong. I regret that immensely, just like my a moment ago call. All right. Last one that I have before I get into some fun ones that aren't necessarily pertaining to any player. I know you like when we get goofy. I'm going to go Patrick Cantlay head-to-head victorious plus 115 over Xander Schauffele.
That's a good pick. Xander's that's a good pick. Cantlay hasn't been great, but
he hasn't been great. But I think people are still a little too high on Xander from last year.
He just got back.
I'm not going to call him out in the woods, but he seems
he's hurt.
He's trying to get back in. He's coming over the what was it, a rib? Was it ribs?
Yeah.
It was a rib situation.
Mm-hmm.
Ribs affect everything that you do, so I'm not convinced that he's fully back yet. Cantlay's kind of a grinder. He's scrappy, makes a lot of putts, and he's plus money. So I got Cantlay head-to-head for the week over Xander plus 115.
And ribs affect everything you do, is what you said.
Everything you do, Kirk.
Everything.
Breathing.
Gotcha. Everything.
Sleeping,
swinging, chipping, putting.
Might affect your golf game.
Eating. You're right.
So
I'll give you a top 10. Good record here and is playing well is Shane Lowry. That's plus 320.
I love Shane Lowry this week.
I would not be surprised if he won this week. Eventually he's been knocking on there as well. I'll tell you what, fucking Europeans even without Hovland, are so much better than the Americans heading in the Ryder Cup right now.
If it was next month, it's over. I would be shorting the U.S. There's a lot of time left, obviously, but boy, oh boy, are they looking really good. They're winning all the tournaments too.
Winning all the tournaments. Other than Hovland, everyone's playing well. Like there's no the course. It used to be it doesn't affect the Europeans. They'll be just as good at Bethpage, maybe better. But yeah, I like Lowry plus 320. So go ahead. You get a couple of classic Riggs goofy picks. Is that right or no?
You mind if I get a little quirky here for a minute?
I demand it.
Okay, I'm going to get a little quirky. I'm going to say the winner will not come from the final group on Sunday is plus 175. All
right. So you think it's going to be a little come from behind for somebody?
I just think I've seen it before. It wasn't last year, or was it? I think it was last year where Scotty was not in the final group because Wyndham Clark had the putt on the 72nd hole. I know Tiger, when he won in 2013, I remember them cutting to him when he was in the clubhouse, and that David Lingmerth.
My guy Lingmerth.
Get it done with his red pants.
Yep.
So I just have these visuals that I recall of, the way things unfold on the last 3 holes is awesome. And if you kind of get through those earlier, I feel like it really puts the heat on the other guys. Sergio hitting 1 million golf balls on the water when Tiger won that year. So I just liked it. It's a fun, goofy one. Like I said, getting a little quirky over here in Ponte Vedra Beach, but plus 175 winner to not come from the final group.
Do you have other props like that or no?
My other prop is that there will be an ace on the 17th hole. It is plus 160. There have been 5 in the last 3 tournaments. Last year, Ryan Fox had one in 2023. There were 3 aces on the 17th hole throughout the week. So plus 160, there will be an ace on 17, and those are my goofy ones. It's not goofy, but
okay. I have a. He just plays well every week. He's plus 330. You have 8 former champions. I'm going to take Rory as top former winner. Plus 330. Scotty's obviously the big favorite. I get that. Plus 115. And then there's Thomas, Kim, Day, Scott, Fowler, and Kuchar. I'm also going to take Day in this one at plus 1,200. I'm doubling down on
the day one a lot. I like the day one a lot, and I want you to know that I had put on my cutting room floor, please discuss with Kirk folder. Rory head-to-head to beat Scotty this week was plus 180. So I'm
in if you're in.
Okay. I'm going to do those two with you then on the Rory because I'm kind of high on Rory this week.
I am too. I don't necessarily think he's going to win. I also would not be surprised because you could just tell watching Scotty he's close. His putting is not great, but I would not be surprised if Scotty won by 5 this week. But I just wouldn't be. But I think this is Rory's
of what we're saying right now.
I know, but I think Rory's going to play well this week. Rory's playing well every week. He's again just not closing.
I know to hear that from you. You're usually sort of an anti-Rory guy or not a believer.
Well, he knocked YouTube golf today, which was big for me. That was a big Rory moment for me. I needed that. I hate all due respect. I watched the 6 holes. I watched the whole thing.
Thank you.
I think Beef was sold as a scratch golfer by Dave Portnoy. Is that right?
I haven't listened to everything that Dave has said. It was tough conditions out there. It was
windy.
Out there.
It was windy.
It was windy.
How is Trent going to do today?
Trent's in the most advantageous position of anyone in the field, I believe, because expectations are low to minimal.
He's hit the green before on 17.
He's hit it on 17. If he hits it again, it'll be the highlight. If he makes a big putt or something, I think it'll be the highlight, where I think a lot of the other players, similar to Beef, are around a scratch golfer or better. So they've got
Is Beef in the actual field this week or no? I didn't see his name.
It's just Trent. Trent's the only one in the field.
I mean, in the actual Players' Championship.
Not that I've seen, but it's 144 players. I haven't combed.
Sure, it's a big field. Yeah. We had time to go. Do you have any other goofy picks? Or are we going winner here? What do you got?
Now I've got my winner. I was excited to get to my winner. I've also done him as a top 10. His last 3 starts, he finished tied for 11th, tied for 5th, tied for 22nd. He's 30-1 to win this week. He's never won on the PGA Tour. It's Tommy Fleetwood.
That's my pick too.
No way.
This is gross. I gotta pick somebody else. This is making me sick.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
But here's the thing, though. This is a Fleetwood podcast. He never wins. Why are we picking him to win the Players?
It just feels right this week. I like the number. I like 30-1. He's also, I believe, for top 10, he was plus 210. So I'm going to throw some on that too. But he is my winner. I can't believe he's your winner too. I think you got to stick with it. Don't panic. It's like when somebody orders the same thing that you're going to order and then you freak out.
I'm going a different way. I'll give you my backup pick to win.
Okay.
60-1, Daniel Berger.
Wow.
I'll give you that. I like Fleetwood though, but Berger is close. He's close, and I could see him if he. What's funny is Sunday afternoon I was thinking, boy, I kind of like Henley next week. If he finishes like 3rd, pars in, but there's something I know it's dumb.
He ruined it for you.
But for both of us, there's something about when a guy wins, I can't do it unless it's like a Scotty or a Tiger or somebody.
Emotional letdown. They're drained, whatever you want to call it. I don't like them backing it up either. I don't think that's doable.
Do we have odds yet on where Tiger's going to finish in Hawaii at the Mitsubishi Senior Tournament of Champions in January?
Is that the next one?
Can we go? Would you go if Tiger makes his debut there in Hawaii? Freddie will be there. Will you and I be at that event?
Nothing would make me happier. I would happily do a trip out there with you. We'll go to Hawaii.
Play some
golf.
Watch
our guys play a little bit of golf. We'll write it off. Dave will love that expense.
Oh, that for chasing greens. That's a. I mean, we'd be like Smelly and Poopy. We'd be doing videos. I'd be talking like a baby. It'd be great. I'd be doing videos with Corey Pavin. The kids love that. We want to see that.
I'm very much into that. Lock it in. I think both our guys will be playing.
Tiger's not playing that. January.
I think he's excited to play the senior tour, which I hate, but he'll be out there with your guy Fred. I've got a total long shot.
Go ahead.
Actually, the biggest long shot in the field. Our guy, Rafa Campos from the NV5 Invitational last year,
right?
Where he missed the cut, by the way, at the NV5 Invitational.
Can happen.
He is plus 250,000 to win. He's tied for last in the field on the odds,
Mhm.
I'm gonna put $1 on him. I'm gonna put $1 on Rafa.
Why not, right? I mean, who knows? Yeah, you never know.
That's it. But otherwise, that's what I got, Kirk. That's my list.
A lot of picks. We actually legitimately put thought into this. We are like-minded. I think that we don't disagree. Like, you didn't make a pick that I would not place a bet on.
I feel the same way with you. Other than Burger, I'm not that high on Daniel.
You're not a big Burger guy, though, right?
I don't know why I'm not. I'm just
not either. But you took Fleetwood, so I can't. And I'll tell you what. Like every time this happens, every course I look at, I'm like, this is a Ludwig course. It's a Ludwig course. But the odds are getting tough. Who do you actually think is going to win? No, everybody's got the same odds. You know what I mean? Everyone's 4-1. Scotty. I think Scotty or Ludwig right now. Those are the two best players.
Yeah, if you had to just pick one person, life's on the line.
Scotty,
who's really going to win? I think I'd go Scotty. I hate it, but I think I have to.
Riggs, next time we do this program, we will be hand in hand in the windy city of Chicago.
We will be holding hands, you know, just
in the middle of a who knows teammate
battle.
Who knows? So we'll be doing the Masters there, right? So we'll probably do that Wednesday.
Can't wait to get to that beautiful Chicago office. A lot of positive energy around.
They love me there. They love me there.
Last time you were there, right? Just beloved return.
Even more now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So can't wait to get there. You know, we might be in a little bunker, just kind of protecting ourselves, which I'm down for. You know, you're a foxhole kind of guy. I feel like.
I mean, this is life when you're in the heavy gambling world. Like you take big risks. That's life.
When you're chasing greens, right? You gotta be risk positive. So that's kind of what we are. Sure. I feel good this week, my friend. I feel very good.
So do I, buddy. Excited enjoy. Follow Trent around.
Can't wait to follow Trent around. You know,
go do it.
That time.
Okay.
That time.
There you go. We'll see you guys at Augusta next episode of Chasing Greens a month from now. Goodbye.